Good evening, fellow patriots and truth seekers out there. This is True News Girl, and I am coming to you for the first time. It has been a long journey of a year, trying to come to the knowledge of the truth about what is going on in our nation, as many of you are on the same journey as I am. And wherever you are in your journey, I want to meet you there and to say that it can be accomplished, finding the truth and exposing evil. And our president is doing it like never before. It is my belief, through much research and reading and just coming to the knowledge, that God is using our president to flesh out evil like never before. He's kind of like a Cyrus figure, really. And as the light shines on the darkness, we can see the swamp creatures scattering. We can see those in Hollywood scattering. And our country is being restored to a country of pride and stronger and safer and just better for all of us. And part of that is the pedo rings that we have known that have been going on for decades are coming to an end. There has been thousands, over 3,000 arrested in just our nation alone, who have been involved in pedophilia. And it was our president's promise in the beginning of his administration and during his campaign that he would go after these pedophiles. And he and Sessions have kept their promises, with over 3,000 arrests and many more to come, as the president alluded to a storm coming. And it is here, folks. The storm is here. For those who are going to get swept up in it, the evildoers, it's coming. Along with that, there's been 2 organ donor clinics that have been raided and shut down, who have been involved in the human trafficking of children, and that is being exposed as well in small circles. We also have the Saudi Arabia kings, who are heavily involved in the child sex trafficking. They have been arrested, 15 of them, their assets frozen. They were Hillary and Obama's security blanket, and that web of corruption is coming down. It is crumbling and is no longer able to stand and be the powerful entity and cabal that it once was. We also have voter fraud, as the president spoke about in his campaign. That voter fraud was happening. They tried to steal the election from our president, and God's hand stepped in. As many of us were on our knees praying to be saved from Hillary's America, God answered. And once again, he's giving our president wisdom and guidance. And as he works with Sessions, who is involved in the Marion 3, it was a voter fraud case, and he's ready, and they were ready for the fraud that was taking place in the Moore election as they tried to steal this from him. We need to demand a recount. We need to expose the stories that are going on, including 1,100 as residents in some towns and over 5,000 votes for Mr. Jones. You cannot have that. That's not possible. Those votes need to be dismissed. And we also need to demand that all of the military and the other votes are counted as well. And once we see what's happening and things come to a close, we will see justice be done, I believe, in the Alabama election. That makes me, and I know many of you patriots, very excited. I will post links to these stories on my website so you can see that the truth is coming out. 3 have already been arrested, and over 3,000 votes thrown out already, and more to come, as my sources have told me. Planned Parenthood, for the first time, is being completely investigated by our Department of Justice and the FBI. Under Obama and Hillary, this never would have happened. For Planned Parenthood, you can be guaranteed, is involved in organ trafficking and the selling of baby parts, which is illegal. And the voices of the dead, so to speak, are figuratively crying out from the ground, and the Lord is delivering and hearing. So we need to expose the evils of Planned Parenthood. We need it defunded, and we need them to be brought to justice for the sake of the defenseless who have no way of defending themselves. We need to be a voice for life in our country. And this does not include the many accomplishments that our president has done, including 3% GDP growth, our stock market reaching an all-time high. It climbs higher and higher every day. And you wouldn't know that by listening to the mainstream media. All you hear about is how terrible and dismal and awful things are. Well, don't believe it. You're being brainwashed. It goes back to Operation Mockingbird. We've got Anderson Cooper, who's a Vanderbilt descendant, who's been involved in pedophilia and the like. And they are brainwashing you, and they are feeding you a narrative, including 65 paid Clinton connections during the campaign of reporters who met with Clinton and who made deals of the talking points and the propaganda that they were going to push on us day in and day out. Swallow the red pill, folks. If you watch The Matrix, you know that the red pill is reality, and reality is hard, and it's hard to swallow, and I get it. But we need to wake up, people. Wake up, because the storm is here, and it's coming, and it's awesome. And awesome things are to come. Many more things to follow. Be aware, folks. The most latest thing is this Atlanta airport being shut down. You kind of wonder if the elites are scattering, if many are trying to leave our country to get away before the hammer comes down on them. Many indictments are to come. I truly believe that Mueller and Sessions are working together, possibly, to bring down the true collusion that's happening between the FBI, the DOJ, the NSA, and the CIA, who have weaponized their powers that are unimaginable against the American people, spying on millions of us. Talk about Big Brother 1984 and George Orwell. Well, it's coming to a close, and we can thank God, and we can thank our president, who gets wisdom from God and guidance from God, and we can pray for him every day, which we should, as those who follow God. And let's just celebrate the things to come, and celebrate what's happened, and thank our God every day for a great and awesome President Donald Trump. Well, that is all I have for tonight, and we'll see you again soon.